Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm Sheldon Moore. I'll be your host today. And our first topic for today is discussing the play in. The play in, it starts on April 16th through the 19th. And I'm I'm just gonna start with the East because I think that's more kind of like I would say the more simple games, the easier games to probably predict. And I'm gonna just go off like if the play-in ended today. So first game, we got Sixers and the Heat, the battle for the seventh seed. Joel Embiid has returned. He has been pretty good, honestly. I'm actually I'm kind of shocked he's playing like this. He's still a little bit tired, but you can tell that he has missed some time. You can obviously tell. But since he's been back, the Sixers have been on the winning streak. They've won 5 games or 6 games in a row. So with him being back in the lineup, the Sixers have a good chance. Now the Heat, on the other hand, the Heat are still they're reeling. They're kind of they're kind of inconsistent. Jimmy Butler hasn't been playing that good. Tyler Hero just returned last week. He's probably their second best scorer, not the second best player, but the second best scorer on the team. Bam has been decent, and they have a lot of injuries. I know Duncan Robinson is out, so he's been a key component to them all year. So him missing time is kind of like hurting. It's like hurting him a little bit of the 3-point shooting. But I think if I had to choose today who will win, like to go to the 7th seed and possibly face Milwaukee, I think Milwaukee is that second seed. I think they'll lock that up. I would pick the Sixers. I think even though Joel Embiid just came back off a torn meniscus, I think the Heat really don't have nothing to stop them. And Tyrese Maxey, he just dropped 50 the other day. It was against the Spurs, I understand, but he still dropped 50. Tyrese Maxey has been really good all year. Tobias Harris has been good. Kelly Oubre has given them consistent minutes. And and they're rolling as usual. And somebody who nobody's not gonna think of because he's not this high profile type player is DeAnthony Melton. DeAnthony Melton is supposed to return for them. He's their they're probably their best 3-and-D guy. So that gives them a boost. Oh, and I forgot about Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill has gone to the bench, but he still gives you consistent 3-point shooting. And I just think that they're bigger than the Heat. I think they got better scores than the Heat. If they had, it's going to be a low scoring game because usually the Heat they like to play at a slow pace, and usually the games are pretty slow. So honestly, if I had to choose today, who will win the 7-8 seed, I'm picking Joel Embiid and the Sixers to possibly face the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll get to the Bucks later, but I'll pick them to face them. Now, the 9th and 10th seed between the Bulls and the Hawks. Me personally, that's just two mediocre teams. Trey Young is returning. He just came back last night for the Hawks. They won. They beat the Hornets. So that gives them a boost. DeJounte Murray has been on the road, but Jalen Johnson, who is probably their third best player, is out for 3 weeks. That's a big blow. But you still got Capella, DeAndre Hunter, he's still there. Bogdanovich, he's still there. So I think they're still okay. The Bulls, on the other hand, the Bulls are really one of the most mid teams in the NBA. You still got the DeRozan, Vucevic still there, Kobe White, most improved candidate. Caruso has been good for them. Ayo Dosunmu has been good since being in the starting lineup. I think they're both just even at this point. They are the 9th and 10th seed. They can't move up. At this point, they're just fighting to see who gets that home court advantage to play on to the next game, because that's how the 9th and the 10th seed works. You basically play one game, and then you gotta have to face the loser of the 7 and 8. So as of right now, between them, well, the Bulls doesn't have really good shooting outside of really Kobe White. Caruso, he can shoot. DeMar DeRozan, we know he's mid-range assassin. DeSumo, he's been a pretty good shooter this year. I really don't trust the Bulls bench. It's not that good. Honestly, really don't trust the Hawks bench either. I think star power combined, I think it's around the same, honestly. So if I had to choose between the Bulls and the Hawks, just just to stay alive for another day, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna pick the Bulls. Obviously, I'm from Chicago, so I'm just gonna pick the Bulls. I think I think DeMar DeRozan. I think Vucevic is the key. I think you're gonna have to go to Vucevic a little bit early in the game, get him going. Kobe White, he's gonna have to step it up. The Sumo, he's gonna step it up. DeRozan, I've seen him in some big games. I've seen him drop 30 in the playoffs. He's been decent. But he has some bad performances. But I believe in the Bulls to win this one game. So I'm picking the Bulls over the Hawks, and the Hawks will go home. Obviously, the Hawks have had really a disappointing season. They're under 500. And the Bulls too. They're under 500 too. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's a win or go home game. So I'm picking the Bulls. Now for the eighth seed, it's going to be between the Miami Heat and the Bulls. Now the Bulls and the Heat have had battles. Obviously, back in the day with Rose and LeBron James, I understand that. But I feel like these two teams, they kind of match up each other. Another low scoring game. Bulls offense really isn't that good. The same with the Heat. And then the Heat will be at home for that game. I think if I had to choose, I would like the Bulls to win, but I feel like they are going to lose against the Miami Heat. I think you can't really go up against that Heat culture. I think Jimmy Butler, we've seen him in big games. Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy. He's had great moments in the playoffs. And I think if he needs to get it done, they did win last year, but obviously that was really a different team. You got a whole new group of cast. So I think at home, I think the Miami Heat will actually win that. They will win that eighth seed, and then they will face the Boston Celtics, obviously a rematch of the conference finals. So my last two picks would be the 76ers as the 7th seed and the Heat as the 8th seed. We're going to move to the West. So as of right now, obviously this can change, but I'm only going off of today. So the 7th seed would be the Phoenix Suns. The 8th seed would be the Sacramento Kings. The 9th seed would be the Los Angeles Lakers, and the 10th seed would be the Warriors. I'm gonna start with the 7 and 8 spot. So the Suns will be at home. Obviously, I think the Kings and the Suns have had good battles here. I remember the game they came back. They was down 20 at home. The Suns, and they came back and won that game. The Suns play a lot of ISO. They don't have nobody that can stop Sabonis. Nurkic, he's not this great defender. Yes, he's a big body, but he's too slow. And I feel like at one point in the game, Frank Vogel's going to try and go to a small ball lineup and have Kevin Durant at center. Now, that means the Kings don't have rim protection anyway. And they also don't have Malik Monk. Malik Monk has been out for a couple of weeks now with the knee injury, I think. I think he had a knee injury, so he's been out. That's another scoring option. But Keon Ellis has been pretty good, honestly, in the starting lineup. But the Suns, they have a lot of firepower, but we all know they're one of the worst fourth quarter teams. They really don't score. How is that possible when you have Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal all on the same team? I have no clue. But the Kings play at a real fast pace, and I think the Suns, they could play at a fast pace if they really want to. I think the key for the Suns to win, I think is Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal has to get it going. I think he has to start out really good, because there are games where I look and I'm like, what is he doing? And sometimes he's not doing anything, or he's passing up wide open shots. He's trying to not be this super selfish type star player, but I think he has to start out good. I know what Devin Booker is going to give me. He's going to give me 20 points. We know he has been like the point guard of the team. I know that he's going to try and get as many people as involved as possible. Kevin Durant. It's Kevin Durant. Nobody on the Kings they don't have nobody that stop him. They're going to put Keegan Murray on him because he's probably the most agile and probably the best defender to stop him. So they're gonna put Keegan Murray on Kevin Durant. But Kevin Durant he's one of the best scorers ever. But Sabonis has been a low-key sneaky MVP candidate. Yes, he just had his double-digit streak snap, but he was like on a 50-something game double-digit streak. He's gonna kill on the boards. They don't have nobody that can stop them down low. So I think Sabonis is gonna do what he has to do. De'Aaron Fox, obviously one of the best young point guards in the league. He's gonna give you 20 plus as per usual. He's gonna get downhill. I really think they don't have nobody that can really guard him, especially in transition. It's gonna have to deal with in a half court if they can stop him and not try to let him shoot threes. Because when De'Aaron Fox is on and he can shoot threes, he's damn near unstoppable. But for this 7-8 matchup, I'm picking the Suns. I just believe in that trio more than De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. I believe in that trio more. So I'm going with the Suns to take that 7 seed. We go into the 8th, we go into the 9th and the 10th seed now. The Los Angeles Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors. I am a LeBron fan, so I'm basically rooting for the Lakers. Me personally, I know the Warriors just beat them the other day at home. Everybody was on. Anthony Davis didn't play. We gonna need Anthony Davis regardless, and I think he's gonna play. But when everybody's shooting like that and Draymond Green going 5-5 from 3, Klay Thompson shooting. Klay Thompson's been pretty good lately, not gonna lie. And Steph Curry is Steph Curry. But our biggest, what they don't have, what we got size. We are bigger than them. We have Anthony Davis. He's one of the best bigs in the league. He's going to be able to punish Draymond Green, Jackson Davis. If Steve Kerr wants to play Kevon Looney, Anthony Davis is going to be able to beat him. We have LeBron James. The key is D'Angelo Russell going to step up? D'Angelo Russell has been pretty good the last couple of months. I'm giving him his credit. But it's really going to depend. I always preach this. The role players. Are the role players going to step up? Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura. Is Gabe Vincent going to give us something? I have no clue. But we're going to need them to step it up to be able to beat the Warriors because we're going up against Steph Curry in a one-game elimination. This isn't the 7-8 seed when at least if we lose, we got another chance. No, this is literally win or go home. This is win or go home. So, as of right now, I'm going to be super biased, but honestly, I think they can really beat them. I'm going with the Lakers. They really don't have nobody that can stop LeBron James. They're probably going to put Kuminga on LeBron. Kuminga really hasn't been a good defender this year. So I think LeBron is going to be able, maybe not get what he wants, but he's not going to be, no one's going to stop him. So Kuminga's not going to stop him. They have no answer for Anthony Davis. If D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves can shoot like how they've been shooting the last month, we got a chance. But it's really going to depend on D'Angelo Russell. If D'Angelo Russell can step up and do what he has to do, I think we honestly can win easily at home. So I'm going with the Lakers. Now for literally the 8th seed, the loser of the 8th seed, the Sacramento Kings, and the winner of the 9 and 10 is the Lakers. We will face the Kings. We will face them on the road. The Kings have been beating us for the last 2 years. I think it's 8 in a row. They have beaten us. We really don't match up well with the Kings because the Kings are just a faster team. And for some reason, Sabonis just has 80's number. I don't know why Anthony Davis plays bad against him. I think it's because Sabonis is more of a physical big. And we know Anthony Davis doesn't like the physicality, down low and stuff. So playing against a big like that is going to be a problem. The Kings, once again, they're at a fast pace. Us, we have older players. Like Rui Hachimura, he's not going to be running up and down the court, be able to stop them in transition. The same with Austin Reeves, same with D'Angelo Russell. We just don't have those players that can stop them in transition. The good thing is, obviously, they don't have Malik Monk. So I feel like we do have a chance to be able to beat them, but Anthony Davis has to come to play. LeBron James, they don't got nobody that can stop LeBron anyway. So I think LeBron's gonna do what he has to do. If we can match the scoring power of the Kings, I think we can really beat them and we can snap this loser streak against them and get the 8th seed. So once again, AD has to step up. D'Angelo Russell has to step up. Austin Reeves has to step up. Rui Hachimura has to step up. And I think they can do it. LeBron, I'm not worried about GOAT James. I'm not worried about LeBron. I'm just worried about everybody else. But Anthony Davis is the key to be able to handle Sabonis. If he can do that, we got a chance. So I'm picking the Lakers to beat the Kings and get that final AC to face, as of right now, the Denver Nuggets. We'll probably talk about them another day. But as of right now, they will face the Nuggets. But the Lakers, I believe they can get that final playoff spot because we need to see LeBron and Anthony Davis in the playoffs. We just have to see that. So as of right now, I have, for the East, I have the Sixers taking the 7th seed facing the Bucks, and the Heat beating the Bulls and facing the Celtics in the first round. In the West, I have the Suns. I have the Suns taking the 7th seed to face the Timberwolves, and I have the Lakers as the 8th seed facing the Denver Nuggets. So that's the plan. That is the plan.